Hi guys, welcome to Automation Club, and in this video we will continue to learn on Protractor automation. So in my previous video we started creating a first automation script and we tried to automate a dummy Angular application. So we will continue on the same script, and in this video we will understand the asynchronous programming JavaScript, which is unlike from other programming language like Java and Python, which are synchronous. Okay, so here JavaScript is a single threaded programming language, which means that it only means only one thing can happen at a time. So a script, when we run, it doesn't mean like it will happen in sequence if there is asynchronous problem. So in when we do execution in automation script, so if the script don't run in sequence, then it is problem, right? So we need to understand this problem and we need to resolve it, then only automation script will be effective. So we will try to understand what is this problem of asynchronous, and then we'll see how to resolve it. So let me show you. So we will use the same script which we started creating in previous video of Protractor. So here what I want is I am opening an Angular website. I am maximizing the browser, then enter username and password and hit the login button, and after that what I want is I want to print console.log. I want to print like everything is done or all step complete, all steps complete, something like this I want to print. Okay, so I will show you what the problem is, and before this I want to wait for 5 seconds. Okay, so here the time is in millisecond. Okay, so it is 5000 millisecond, means 5 seconds. Okay, so it will wait for 5 seconds and then it will print everything is done and all steps complete. I will try to run it. Go to terminal, add terminal. So before this, what we need to do, we need to start Selenium server. So how to do that? WebDriver manager start, right? Enter. So it will up your Selenium server, and then we can perform the execution. So if you follow my videos on Protractor, I am going to explain each and everything from scratch, and we will go till end-to-end automation framework creation. Okay, so Selenium server is up and running, right? So now I want to run it. So for running Protractor, and then I need to give the configuration file name. What is it? Configuration.js. Okay, so I have run, and just try to see what it is doing. So it just opened the browser and see the output. It just opened the browser and then see it has printed everything is done, and the moment it is starting the operations, username and password, before that it printed everything is done, all steps complete. But whether it was my expectation according to the step? No, right? What I did in code, like it should perform these operations and then it should wait for 5 seconds and then it should print this message. But the moment I started execution and started means it opened the browser, and after that it just printed and then it performed the operation. So this is not in the sequence, right? So this kind of problem is called as asynchronous. So we need to understand and we need to resolve it while doing any automation script. Okay, so how to do that? So Protractor handles most of the asynchronous problem are resolved by Protractor methods itself, but some of the methods or some of the APIs which are not resolved in terms of asynchronous. Okay, so for asynchronous problem solving, we need to understand promise concept. So what is promise? So as written in document, a promise is a pattern for handling asynchronous operations. Okay, so for handling asynchronous, we will be requiring promise. So every JavaScript steps returns promise, and promise is a state of your step. So you can understand in a way like every step will have some promise state. Okay, and what are the promise states? It will be pending, resolved, or rejected. Okay, so if a program is synchronous, then you will move to next step only after promise for current step is either resolved or rejected. But if it is just asynchronous, then it will move to next step even if promise is pending. Okay, but if promise means if next is for moving to the next step, if promise is waiting for either resolved or rejected, then problem will be resolved. Okay, but if it is moving in pending status, means pending state as well, then it's a problem. So we will see how to resolve it. Like as you can see, promise need to resolve the asynchronous problem, and most of the Protractor methods resolve promise. So what are the methods which are resolved? Like performing some action, entering some value in the field, clicking on button. So these are the methods which are resolved, means promise are resolved for these Protractor methods. But some of the thing like suppose if you want to retrieve something from the browser, okay, by using for example get text method, right? So in this method promise is not resolved. So here we need to resolve the promise. We need to write some code to resolve this promise and to get out of this asynchronous problem, right? So how to do that? So for that we do have two options. So here you can see methods to resolve asynchronous. First one is using promise chaining then function, and second one is using async and await. So these are the method which we will use to resolve this asynchronous problem. Okay, so there is no need to use this in every step or every method, because as mentioned, like Protractor resolve most of the methods, but we will use where it is not resolved, right? Okay, so let me do one thing. So after click, what I will write then and anonymous function, and inside this I will write this step. Okay, now first I will run and then I will explain. So I am again running. Okay, so it has started and it is print, means let me do it again because I missed it. Okay, let me do it again. So it started and then browser is opening, and it is entering username, password, and then it has printed. Everything is done, all steps complete, right? So this is what the means it is following the sequence. After using this, then promise resolving. So how to use it? Like after clicking what you want to print after 5-second wait. So you have to give click then and then function, and then inside of that block you have to write this. So this is the one way. Okay, so suppose next one, suppose you want to retrieve something from the browser, as I mentioned. So this, if you want to take anything from browser, if you want to retrieve, then this kind of method is not resolved in Protractor. Promise is not resolved for those kind of method where you are retrieving from something from the web. Okay, so for that, what you can do, let me open that application. Okay, so I want to okay, so what I want to do, I want to enter username, then password is password, and username. Okay, click on login. What happened? I think I have given wrong password. Username, right? Login. What happened? Sorry, username is Angular. Okay, so after click on login button, what I want to retrieve this home title of this page. So first I need to locate it using some locator. So this one I want. So let me create a CSS for it. So CSS starts with tag name h1, then what is the attribute? It is class, and then value is ng. So wherever ng is there, it is for only for Angular application. So this is the CSS which I can use to locate it. Okay, what I will do, element by dot CSS I will paste here, dot what I want, get text. So to get a text from a field, which for that we need to use get text method. So it is similar to what we use in Selenium. Then we have to use then function, and this get text will return something, right? So that I will pass inside this function as a parameter, and I will return it, means I will print it. Console.log, I will print this text. Okay, so you can write anything, like you can write message instead of this text as well. Okay, so it's up to you. So this method will return something, right? So which you want to print. So let me run it. So it is running. Carefully see the execution. It did not print everything is done. After clicking on login, only it is printing, and then it should take the text. Something is happened. We will see the error. Okay, so this is due to timeout. So we'll try to execute it again. Due to some network speed, it got failed and it should not. Okay, so let me run it again. So in Protractor there is some by default timeout which we can modify according to our need. Okay, so it is entering username password and then hit the login button, and okay, so output is 2 space passed 0 failed. So it has printed title as home. So this is what I gave in the code, right? I am getting text from this page and then I am printing it. So see, it is printing. So this is how we can resolve promise where it is not resolved by Protractor methods by using this then promise chaining. The other way is by using async and await combination. So how to do that? So for that, before function just give async, okay, and you can use await for each step, so it will handle all your sync problem. Okay, so even though these methods are not required because Protractor handles it, but just I am using, so you can use it, it's up to you. So this is another method, and if I am using async and await, then there is no need to use this. Then let me remove it. Okay, so I will remove from here as well. Or for this, let it be. Okay, see, now it is not printing in the start. It will print after login button click and then wait for 5 seconds, then it will print. See, everything is done, all steps complete, so it resolved sync problem. Okay, so similarly you can use for further steps as well while getting something from the website. Okay, so in next video we will continue and we will see some Jasmine methods to validate something from the application. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you.